This is Nev Lapper with Snowboard Addiction. We are up here on Whistler Mountain and we're doing some coaching with live students. Jess, we just did a run.
Yep.
I watched you turning, right? I wanted to get an idea of where your riding's at and how I can improve you. And what I've done is I've just nailed out 2 small things that are going to help you improve your overall technique. So every time you make a toe side turn, so you're regular, I'm
Yep.
regular, every time you come around on the toe side turn, your body tends to stay open a little bit like this. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So heel side turn, no problem. Body stays in line with the board. Toe side turn, your body just stays open a little bit. What's going to be a better snowboard technique overall is if your upper body and lower body stays in line with the board all the way through a turn. So when you come through a toe edge turn and this body, see how my shoulders stayed in line with the board?
Yeah.
See how my arm was quite far back here? Now what that does, if you incorporate that into your riding, it gives you better balance overall. So if you were coming around in a toe side turn and you hit a bump, you would have better stability like this and be able to just charge through that bump. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sweet. So let's just feel what that feels like. You're coming with me and we're going into a toe side turn and see how my shoulders are guiding me through?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. Good. Now do a heel side turn. And another toe side turn. Cool. So it's a very subtle change. Stand in your snowboard stance, and now you're gonna put your head towards this shoulder. It's gonna be more like that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be more of a head turn, keeping that shoulder back.
Okay.
And honestly, let's just go and ride and just focus on that before I even tell you what the other thing is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a few turns right now. Just ride behind me and just watch how my upper body and lower body are mostly in alignment, but I'm really focusing on doing it on that toe side turn.
Yeah.
We'll get a bit of speed up. Heel side turn, no problem. Toe side turn, really kind of bringing those shoulders all the way around on that toe side turn. Heel side turn, no problem. And toe side turn, really emphasizing the shoulders are coming all the way around. Now, whether that's a big turn or a small turn, it's just like, I'll do some small turns now. Here we go. Here we go, just slide some small turns. There we go. Hey Jess, try to overemphasize it. As you come around that toe side turn, even take your front hand and kind of point into the direction that you want to go.
Yeah.
Good. How'd it feel?
Good.
Good.
I feel like I have more control.
Did it feel awkward?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just 'cause I think I'm so used to yeah.
Pretty much every time you try to change your snowboard technique, it's gonna feel awkward for you to start with. And it's quite hard to break bad habits. Now, there is nothing wrong with your riding. I'm just picking out that to say this is a way that you can improve your riding over time. So all you have to do with that information now is think all the time, I want to try to keep these shoulders in line with my hips, my knees, my feet, all the time. So if you see my head right now, this is me riding regular, and this is me riding switch. You know, it's pretty neutral stance. What that's going to do is give you more balance, okay? Every time when you come around on the heel edge, you're leaning into your turn a little bit too much. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have to take off my board to show you. As you lean back too much on the board, your hips are dipping a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like I sit.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like a little sit. And the only subtle difference we're going to make is that if you can focus on keeping your weight on top of the board more, it will give you more stability over the board. So to give you an example of what I mean is that if my board's there and my weight's here, there's less stability than if my board's there but my weight's on top of it. Does that make sense? Okay, so what we're going to try and do as we do this is instead of kind of leaning back into the board, into the turn, you're going to try and lift your toes more on every hillside turn. So right now, can you feel that lifting your toes? Oops, there you go. So when I say lift your toes, you still need to keep your knees bent, and it's lifting your toes from the ankle. Feel that? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to ride this run now, and all we're going to focus on is kind of like trying to keep our weight on top of the board through a hillside turn by lifting the toes.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it first, and then you're going to come on down and follow me. We've got a steep run, and steep run's actually kind of good for this. Every turn now on the hills, I'm just thinking, okay, I'm trying to keep my weight on top of the board by lifting my toes.
Yep.
So, here comes into my hillside turn, and I'm lifting my toes up to try to keep that weight up on top of the board. Here I go. Toe side turn, lifting my toes up to try to keep that weight on top of the board. Keeping my knees bent as I do that. How'd that feel?
Good. Better.
Could you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Cool. The difference is very subtle. It's not big changes. Your riding is fine. This is just one way that's going to improve the weight distribution over your board.
Yeah.
If you can think about the more of your body weight is up on top of the board, the more you're going to be able to charge hard through bumps and landings and anything else you need to do. Now the other thing you can do for this same thing is you can always put a little bit more angle on your forward lean of your high backs. Putting more forward lean on your high backs just puts you in that position where the weight's more on top of the board on the heel edge as well. It's another way of cheating it. Nice job.
Thanks.
Good. Subtle differences that you can think about in your riding going forward all season. Those two subtle techniques are just going to help you improve, and you'll be able to use them forever.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time and being in this video. And I hope you guys watching this can pick your own riding apart. One way to get an idea of this is just look at yourself on video and see if you have some of these same issues going on. Thanks for watching. This is Nev Lappert from Snowboard Addiction. Our goal is to improve your riding. Hey guys, Nev here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are loving these tutorials. To get the extended version of this lesson, it's only available to our paid members. snowboardaddiction.com/membership. All the paid members get access to all of our tutorials first and the full versions, plus you never have any ads or anything to skip over. Your support helps us to be able to build more of these tutorials which are directly for you. We'd love to have your support. Thank you so much for watching.